This week on Skid Happens, we're heading down south and we're going all the way down to Tasmania.
Sign out.
Cool, we'll see you in what's
Oh dear.
Thanks very much for all your feedback on the last video. We've decided that we're not going to go for the Evo and we're actually traveling down to Tasmania to actually pick up a Target Tasmania car, and we're going to drive it all the way back up to Queensland, taking 2 planes down to Tasmania, a ferry back up over to Melbourne, and then driving over 2,000 kilometers back up to Queensland. I'll be picking up Trent in Melbourne airport on Saturday morning, and then we'll drive together, share the driving, and we're going to stop in Bathurst on Saturday night so we can introduce the car to its final destination, stay over there for the night, and then we're going to drive it back to our home back in Queensland. So first day of the trip, we're going to head off. We're leaving Brisbane now. We're going to stop off in Melbourne, change over flights, and then we're going to head over to Tasmania, to Launceston, and then we're going to take the ferry back over to Melbourne again overnight. So we'll see you in Tasmania. So I'm here in Launceston. We now have our race car. Of all places to pick up a race car, we are in the central big car park roundabout. We've got Toyota Gazoo Racing over here, we've got Subaru Motors, we've got Dunlop, we've got, oh man, so much. It's actually a big event that apparently they're running over here tonight. And the guy that I bought the car off, he's got a WRX STI and he's got a Fiesta R5, and I think he's racing the R5 today. But the car that we will now be racing is a Ford Focus RS. For those who don't know, 350 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 70% power to the rear. I've driven so many of these things and they're incredible cars. But I'll take you through a full walk around the car when I get a chance. But for now, what I'm going to do is I've got to quickly rush off to Devonport to go and get the car put onto the ferry, and then sit down, relax, have a couple of beers, and then we'll be picking up Trent tomorrow morning at the airport in Melbourne, and then we'll be making our way back up to Queensland. That's a car. All right, let's make our way to the ferry. This is huge. I'm on the ferry at the moment. The car's down underneath us and I'm making my way over to the recliners. There are so many cabins through here. It's ridiculous. It just keeps going. Kind of wish I got a cabin now though. Yeah, it's only one night. I'll know next time. So in one section of the boat, this is called the Terrace Bar, and check this out, games all over. Dude, pinball. I'm gonna be playing some of that tonight. Some snowcross, dead heat, big buck hunts. Definitely not gonna get bored on the boat tonight. Unfortunately the bar only opens up at 7, so gotta wait until they get here and start doing stuff, but you can even watch some TV if you want.
Forecast arrival into Melbourne in the morning is for partly cloudy skies with showers and a temperature of 9 degrees. So wish you a pleasant journey and hope to see you again soon. On behalf of all the crew, thank you for choosing to sail with Spirit of Tasmania.
Good morning from Melbourne. It is friggin' early, it is friggin' cold, but we're pulling into Melbourne now. It is too cold here for me. So we're gonna head down to the car, get ready to head off the boat, and gotta go find a shower somewhere first, and then pick up Trent and make our way up to Bathurst. We're in the Focus RS. We're just about to leave the ferry now and just waiting for the doors to drop and for the deck to be open so we can leave the ferry. It was a long trip. Recliner seats are not that comfortable. By the way, if ever you're jumping on the Spirit of Tasmania, make sure you get one of the cabins. It'll be worth it. Promise you, the recliners are just like airplane seats. Just about to drive off to the ferry, so I'm going to go grab a shower and then we'll go pick up Trent. Day 2 of our 3-day trip. Trent's in the car.
Howdy doody.
So we've been driving for a little bit now, probably only about half an hour. Just thought we would quickly get on the road and get out of the way because it's busy as anything in Melbourne. Weather's starting to clear up now, and yeah, Trent, what do you reckon of the car, man?
It's pretty comfortable, pretty new, pretty fresh. It smells like imperial leather. It's actually quite nice in here.
Not bad, though.
Air conditioning's on, we've got some beats going,
Sat-nav,
cruise control's on,
GPS,
the sat-nav's
cruise control.
going.
Okay, I never thought I'd be comfortable in the seat, to be honest.
It's actually pretty comfortable.
It's so comfortable, man. I'm still going to get a cushion for my ass, though.
We'll have to work out your booster seat, see, so we can both drive the car without me having to lose 50 kilos.
I reckon if you jump in, yeah, you'll be good.
Or what about with these on? The old, it's not a good view, but this bad boy gets a bit tight down there. Not ideal.
So we think
safety first.
Something's happened at some stage, because if you look on the dash, when I picked it up, I thought they just removed the airbag. But no, I think what's actually happened is during a rally, I think they might have hit something, not necessarily front on, but I think they might have just hit the bottom of it on that left side. Maybe front left got fully compressed, or I don't know, we'll need to pop the bonnet and have a look underneath when we stop and just make sure there's nothing massive there. I should have looked at it before paying for it, but...
It's an ironing board, man. Look at the size of the thing.
It's crazy.
It's like a lot of real estate up there.
Yeah. So if you use the windscreen wipers, you'll see there are massive windscreen wipers that go side to side. And then when it stops halfway up like that.
Wait for it.
Wait. There we go, it's gone.
Gone.
It disappears so that the car's more aerodynamic.
How's our fuel economy? More importantly.
Dude, 10.1 per 100. Exhaust pops and bangs, which we will put on video shortly. Seriously, all you want to do is go fucking cute.
Mister, I've had a shower at a truck stop.
Oh, dude.
You dropped the soap, did you?
No, it was a private shower and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
was his name George?
Yeah.
Did you do the typical trucky reverse kangaroo, just put skids everywhere? Paint the bowl?
Alright. No, shame.
Is it an VRX or an Evo?
Oh no, that's just the Lancer, dude.
No, it's got front flaps on it.
Yeah, that looks like the Lancer wing.
Lancer.
It's an Lancer.
Lancer. We're going to make a bit of a stop on the way. A little bit of a touristy thing.
Where are we going, Trent?
Glen Rowan. For those that know where that is, but this guy's never been there before.
No idea what it's about.
He's fresh off the boat, so we're going to give him a bit of a cultural introduction or induction. Okay, so we were right. Get off the bloody
Sorry.
strips. Jeez. Stay in your lane, Dylan. 9 and 3, remember? Oh dear.
Alrighty, mate. So talk us through. What are we doing?
We're in Glen Rowan.
Glen Rowan. So what's Glen Rowan known for?
This fella.
So what's the deal? This is where we went down. Guns are blazing. Last stand. Red Kitty's last stand. Well, when there's no people around, which at the moment there's quite a few.
Right, Rob, look at it. They're just here for us, mate. Let's get some Billy tea.
What the hell's Billy tea?
Probably. What? You haven't had Billy tea before?
What's Billy?
Do you like tea?
No, I don't like tea. Well, tell me what you really think.
Billy tea is like proper tea boiled in a pot over a fire, like a cast iron pot.
Yeah, right.
And you get the taste of like the metal in that in the tea, and it's like a really, really nice cup of tea.
So it's got like a very unique flavour, does it?
Yeah, you gotta try some.
I don't like tea though.
Yeah, well, you can try some. Suck it up, princess. Oh,
Got a cute kitty. Alright, let's go check it out. Hey, how are you?
Are you filming in the event, are you?
I sure am.
As you walk, you're filming.
You'll be on YouTube.
Oh, bullshit.
You're losing.
How are you? Yeah, very good, thanks.
Milk?
Just a little bit of milk and sugar, please.
A small town hospitality.
How good is it?
Yeah, man, it's so good. Go and grab a shot with Mr. Ned Kelly, and then we'll hit the road again. Back into the beauty that is the Focus RS. Trent, she's all yours, mate. She a tight squeeze there?
Same as my car.
At least you don't have to wear a harness on the seat.
That's right.
So European car's probably on the side.
Nope. Oh yeah, it is. Is that it there?
There's no under tray. When they hit it,
Oh, you get one.
they probably ripped it off.
They'll make it handle like shite. We like a good front end, don't we?
Sure do, man. To be fair, I prefer the rear end.
Do you?
Yeah. Skid happens and skid control. On the money.
He's well privy to the frappe latte, eh?
Alright, let's get on the road. Subway, filled, refueled. Car doesn't need fuel yet, surprisingly. We've got it down below 10 litres per 100k, which is ridiculous.
We're 9.7 rolling into here.
9.7? Far right, so we might even make it down to 9 by the time we actually get back to Brisbane.
Tomorrow, maybe not. We might go.
Oh yeah, okay. No, yeah. We're doing the boring roads today, so the average will change by the time tomorrow comes around. We obviously parked it in a premium spot so we can stare at it while we're eating lunch. Although I have noticed that the rear brakes are seriously tiny on that thing, so we might just need to get some 2 pistons on there. Let's get going, mate. Montebella. Some Italian's going to tell me I'm fucking for saying that. We're on the road to Bathurst now. It reckons, Google says we'll get there by about 5:30, maybe about 6, because we've got at least one fuel stop before then. About 4 hours left. While Trent's driving now at the moment, I'm going to do a little bit of work. We've got some smooth concrete. Oh, that's cool, man. Unimog. I love Unimogs. One day, I'm going to build a motorhome on one of those. They're so good, dude. They go everywhere. It feels like we're driving in a Mercedes-Benz at the moment.
Electric window.
And electric windows. So I think we've pretty much decided that
We're keeping it.
no matter what we do with this car, it's going to stay street. I.e. door cards, electric windows, sat-nav, air conditioning, full climate control system. Carpets, we're going to keep the carpets in.
Factory boost gauge.
Factory boost gauges, and yeah. Why not? At the end of the day, this is one of the heaviest cars under Bathurst regulations. It needs to be 19 kilos. Its curb weight, what did you say? 1599.
1599.
So we've taken out all the boot stuff. We've got the cage added in, but we've got to add a fuel tank as well. So that's going to up the weight. Instead of removing weight, we might just do what we need to do, go race it, and see where we stand. Because if we don't need to push ourselves down to that for the local series stuff, then we'll keep it nice and roadable. Even keep the standard steering wheel in there with all the steering wheel controls.
Yeah. The beats. Where's the music? Turn that back on.
Yeah. Yes. Just so I don't have to pay royalties on that song, I'm just going to turn it off over there as well, because I don't know who it is. It's pretty boring roads today, so nothing exciting. Push the on button first, and then you're going to have to cycle through the time lapse.
You do it.
I can't reach it.
Is it on? Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
So straight to Bathurst, because we want to try get there while there's still a little bit of light in the sky, so that we can do a lap around there and show you guys what it looks like from inside the car. You know where his mind is at the moment. The Coke's not quite doing it for him at the moment.
Spicy enough.
Would you like me to spice it up for you?
Could do.
No drinking and driving, kids. Check this wide load over here. This is crazy.
Just like your mum. That is huge, isn't it? Look at the size of the trailer on the thing.
What is it transporting?
It's like a train character.
Dude, it doesn't even need that wide of a trailer. Oh, maybe load.
I think it's the weight, dude.
Oh, you know why? That's one of those trailers that move itself. Multiple wheels underneath it.
Yeah.
Once you disconnect it from the truck, it can maneuver itself and all the wheels rotate 360.
It must be a weight thing then.
Yeah, it will be weight. So Bathurst, do a lap at Bathurst, go for some beers, have some food, get some sleep, and then do all the fun roads tomorrow where we make our way all the way back to Brisbane. Alright. I cannot get over how freaking comfortable this car is.
You messaged me yesterday when you picked it up, said, oh, it's going to be super uncomfortable because of the race seats. How good are these race seats?
It's
I've got
insane.
these in my S15, they're amazing.
Now, I've got one of these in the track hack. I had one of these in my S15 as well. Like, it's incredible. I honestly thought we were going to be rattling and shaking and cursing and all sorts of stuff.
There's one rattle and it's like the stuff in the back.
Yeah, we've got, so we're in the back over there.
My bag only jumped in.
So much stuff on the back, which is including the standard seats. And we've got some tyres, spare wheels. We've got our bags down there. Trent's bag is just squeezed up over there. So one of many things could be rattling in the back, but it's only tiny. But then again, race car.
What rattle?
Oh yeah, it's sufficient chance to tear the fucking roof off.
So we just stopped for fuel.
Trent is taking freaking chances.
And our range at the moment is 16 kilometres.
And if anyone knows anything about the Focus RS, they know they don't like being run low. They've got very little reserve to them whatsoever. So the fact that the car's still actually idling is a surprise.
Well, look at the fuel needle. It's actually on the zero.
Below the zero already?
It's literally right on the zero. Let's put some petrol on it, eh?
Let's do that.
Here we have Dylan signing his inner Ari Vartman, doing his best climb dance impersonation. No sun visor, which is really annoying because that mofo over there is ruining our afternoon. And Dylan's shorter than I am, so he can't tuck behind the roll bar like I can. There you go, look, you're sorted now.
I stepped out on the accelerator when I did that.
9 and 3, Dylan. 9 and 3.
I was driving 9 and 3 the whole time, bro. Just so you know. I'm on exciting roads now. 9 and 3 is where I'm at.
We're about an hour and a half south of Bathurst. No, 2 hours and a half. 2.5 hours. I reckon we can do it in 2. 2? That'll work. We've engineered a solution to our sun issue.
And come up with the new solution. Sun visor made of paper. It literally works perfectly fine. Oh no, wait, it's not long enough. The sun's in my eyes again.
Oh, we'll scooch it across a bit. It's a nice tight fitment of that roll cage. It's allowing us to wedge.
Thanks to AGI for making such a good fitting cage. My arm was getting tired, dude. That's what I'm saying. Where are we at?
Well, that sign right there tells you all about it.
Mount Panorama. Unfortunately, it's a bit late. We're still going to drive it. I don't really care. You would think it's about 7 o'clock at the moment, but it is only 5:45. It's just winter. The sun goes down early.
So we've missed it by 45 minutes, which is a terrible calculation. Miscalculation. calculation on our part, I suppose. But
And unfortunately, tomorrow morning we're leaving at 6 o'clock and the sun doesn't come out until after 7. So it's not going to be the greatest footage, but that's okay. At the end of the day, we are coming back here and that's when it's going to get official. This was just a quick little introduction for the car. So let's check the track out. That is so cold.
it's fresh. It's only 8.
It's only 8, but it's still wind.
It's still recording. It stopped it.
Yeah. Interesting shit on there.
Oops, sorry, mate.
Like that.
Signal de Lyon.
Now I get to drive Bathurst for the first time ever.
The drama is though, with being a public road, we've got to stay to the left. Tell the guy to leave his high beams on behind us so we can see. Because ours are the best part of rubbish. You're right on that right hand side.
Yeah, this yeah, go on. Oversteer, oversteer.
That was just rolling. That wasn't even.
Yeah, that was rolling. Like just foot off the brake and turned it in, and that's 60 k's an hour. Eh?
Cool.
Well, that is another lap of Bathurst and my first lap of Bathurst ever.
Guess what time it is now?
Beer o'clock.
Fucking beer o'clock. It's happening.
Let's go get a beer.
Dude, I'm thirsty. Let's do it.
Alright. Ah, we finally made it. Alright. And it's time for
Some
Drink.
Bathurst spring water.
drink.
Bathurst spring water.
Bathurst spring water over there. Yeah, spring water for Bathurst. Cheers, man.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. And a damn coffee mug and everything.
How good
I
is
do
that?
prefer my beer, to be honest. We'll finish that up.
That's not bad though.
We'll go grab some dinner and I'll have some beer. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. 5:30 in the morning. What's going on, brother?
I'm early, bro.
Proper lightness. Oh, now you can actually see.
Turn it off.
How you feeling this morning, mate?
Like that.
At 5:30 in the morning, we've got over 12 hours of driving today. Fun driving, but long driving. Got to head up to south of Brisbane, Trent to drop him off, and then I got to head north Brisbane. Probably only get there by 9 o'clock tonight, so.
If you're lucky. Currently outside,
Oh,
that's the temperature.
yep. Minus 4.4.
Well,
This place is too damn cold.
Some knobhead thought it'd be a great idea to have 22 degrees in the room, so it feels like a sauna. So we're gonna walk out that door and get whacked in the face with an ice bat.
I can't do the cold. We gotta get going. We'll see you on the road. Yeah, minus 4.4. This is what the car looks like. I never bought my ice scraper to be in Australia. I might as well just be back in the UK if it's fresh, bro.
It's fresh.
You know what I can do? Use my card. In the UK, you're used to doing this every winter morning, bro. It is this cold. Good thing we woke up early to get this done in time. Anyway, let's get out of this cold place and head back to warm Queensland. You listen to your favourite music, Trina?
Mate, it's my jam. How cool is this?
Yeah, bro, that looks amazing.
It's like a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
Beautiful driving roads, beautiful scenery. Look at that. That's awesome. -7 on the dash.
Holy shit, it's cold.
Hang on.
No, off! Screw you, bro. He keeps doing that to me. I'm like sitting here all nice and warm. I've got my climate control working over there, and then he just opens the window. All the damn time. Bastard. Here we go. There's a room. Welcome to country New South Wales, ladies and gentlemen. And he's just going to keep chasing. Ah! Stop. Just stop. Just let him go.
Why run at the lights, bro? Got a brain.
Jeez, he slipped hard there.
Just missed that car. Off the road. Go on the bush.
Just don't go to the side of it because you'll run into the side of the car. You think if you just bug it off to the side at some stage?
There's a fence either side of the road, which is bloody hell. Oh, he's putting your head down. Come on, dude.
Turbo
Just
mode.
run away.
There it goes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wait.
Chopped!
Hey, it's another one.
Oh, man.
There's more, dude. Just slow the right down. Look at
Yeah.
this.
Look at them.
Far out. There are roos all over the place here. Look at that.
They're big, too.
Damn.
That little wallaby. That one. There's a little baby. Captain Obvious.
Yeah, it's just that time of day, you know.
Why do you run in front of the car, dude?
Just so you know, this is getting fun. There's so many freaking roos on this road at the moment. I'm gonna take it so easy. There's another one hopping up front there as well.
Any pests?
They're all pests, so we were looking at beautiful scenery until all the suicide hoppers came out. Almost ran into that car coming the opposite way.
Just started running
And he
towards
slipped.
the car.
You know the way he slipped there?
Yeah.
That was like that root that almost hit me at Morgan Park. Exactly the same thing, dude. In Australia, I know you might not be able to see my face. In Australia, kangaroos clearly a problem for those who aren't in Australia, which is another one. Taking out kangaroos is pretty much a daily task for people who live out in the country. And Morgan Park Raceway, which is one of the racetracks that we run our days at, they've got a kangaroo flag. So you get black flags, checker flags, red flags, you know, all that good stuff. And then they got a kangaroo flag. We were racing out there last year in Evil 86, coming around one of the corners, and a kangaroo as big as the 86 almost ran straight into the 86. In Australia, even the kangaroos try to kill you.
Really does prove the importance of vision. Looking up there, not here. Up there. Always look ahead.
Man, there's a fair few kangaroos we would have hit if we weren't looking for them.
Damn right.
So we were having fun. It was a great ride. Now you're gonna watch us speed because of the kangaroos. Oh, the sun's coming up. It won't be long, and then we'll get to have a bit of fun on the road again. Hopefully there'll be a bit more fencing. Anyway, while we're driving slow, check that out. Ice on the grass. That's beautiful. Hopefully we don't hit any roos.
I didn't say that.
Wish us luck. Touch wood.
It hex me. I've never hit a rule I don't intend on starting now.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Yep.
You and me both, bro. Another unique thing about your country, New South Wales.
The old Pack National. Look at it go. I haven't seen the end yet, dude. Look at it.
So,
It goes into the fog.
yeah, so we can't see the end of this train, so we might be here a little while.
Oh no, here comes the end.
Oh, you found the end?
Yeah, here it comes. Jeez, they're huge, aren't they?
Imagine how long they are. Imagine how much horsepower it is to pull all that.
We can understand why it takes them like a couple of kilometres to slow down, hey?
Yeah, dude.
Like that guy's travelling probably about 60, 70k. He's speeding up, look at him go. He's getting faster and faster.
Well, yeah, obviously because of the crossing. Goodbye, train.
Oh, where'd he go?
See ya. Super foggy this morning. The other problem is it is -5 at the moment, -6, and we have seen water on the road.
Black ice watch.
So we're gonna watch out for ice. The sun is rearing its head a little over there, so
Should lift it.
it shouldn't be too long, and then we'll have some clear skies and get to actually drive at a bit more pace with us. And what's the point of buying a Focus RS and driving it on the highway, right?
Snooze fest, bro. Snooze fest.
Yeah, man.
Oh, in the sun. Good. Shit. Climb dance. Or downhill dance.
Oh, Jesus, these are some nice hard ass.
The handbrake.
Can't wait to put some video on of that exhaust, man. It sounds so good. Did you manage to get a heel toe there?
Yeah, you got reach when you're braking.
When you hard brake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on here ready. Beautiful.
Yeah, cool.
It's not too bad. Oh, look at that! No, traction control. Just
Did
kicked
it come in there?
Just kicked in. Stability control, actually. Didn't like that very much. it, you're able to carry some brake.
Beautiful corner that. I love that exhaust there.
Cracking little rain.
That was so good, man. We're in Muswellbrook Shire.
Not quite a Muswellbrook yet.
They just put Shire after everything.
Wee! Woo!
Look at that.
It doesn't understeer at all. It's just really, really well balanced as it sits.
Let's talk a little bit about the Focus RS while we've got a bit of time, and we're talking about understeer and stuff. The Evo was great, better than the Subaru in terms of being a bit more of a balanced car. I drove the Focus RS, a couple of them when they just come out of the skid pan, and one of the things that I really liked about it was when you put it in drift mode, because it sends 70% of the power to the rear diff basically, on the skid pan you can drive it like a rear-wheel drive car and an all-wheel drive car, and it does both really well. So you go into a corner nice and slow, turn it in, get on the power, the back end will step out, and you can counter steer and just a little bit of acceleration just to keep it going, sliding around the corner like a rear-wheel drive car. The only thing you can't do is get heavy on the accelerator. Or the alternative option is you can go into the corner really fast, handbrake, go in backwards, get on the power, mash the power, and it'll four-wheel slide around the corner. I've never come across a car that's capable of doing that. Ever since the first few that I drove, I knew that this car, and I'm not even saying it because I own one now, you can ask anyone who knows me, this car, as far as I'm concerned, is the best car to buy at the moment on the skid pan. Now, driving on the mountain roads like we are now, the car is basically confirming exactly what I thought it would. It is more rear biased. It doesn't understeer like the Evo. It doesn't understeer anywhere near a WRX or an STR, and that's why we went for the car. I'm a rear-wheel drive fan. Skid control is based on sliding cars. Even though you can slide an all-wheel drive, the rear-wheel drive is always a lot more fun, a little bit easier to get sideways as well.
We both enjoy a car that's very pointy, very nose pointy, so
Yeah.
a lot of front-end grip,
Yeah.
and basically manage the rear. This car it does make it easy. It's almost like cheating. It feels like you're cheating, because you can just mash the throttle and it just pulls out of the corner.
It's crazy how it's
like that
doing
second
that.
gear squeeze, that wasn't even full throttle.
Yeah.
Coming out of that little hairpin, the left-hand hairpin, and it just went whack, off she went.
But to touch on what he said about turning in and then the car goes in, like doesn't understeer, we found with the Evo, because we both drove the Evo was, it understeered.
Needed work.
Yeah, it needed a lot of work. And it already had MCA reds on it. Yes, it had softer springs on it, but the fact is it already had upgraded suspension. This car's still standard suspension, and it turns in better. A lot better. And then you get on the power, and it comes out sideways on you.
With the Evo, it'd normally understeer when you get on the power, almost like a front-wheel drive car does.
Yeah.
The timing of when you get on the throttle is where you get your speed, so you get on as early as possible without driving off the road, essentially. Whereas this car, you get on the throttle and you can point it any which direction, and it'll pull. It feels like it pulls the car into that direction.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
The other reason for buying this car, so there's a couple more reasons. First one is 350 horsepower from factory. 350 horsepower, although you wouldn't know it because
It's linear.
it delivers it beautifully. The chassis just doesn't kick you back in the seat. It's just a gradual, but it feels like it's got a V8 under the bonnet the way it delivers the power. It's beautiful. And it's also easy to get 400 horsepower out of this car without doing too much in terms of modification. So we're going to tune it in that. We're obviously going to do as much as we can as it is and see where we are, set a baseline and then move from there.
Especially on such a long drive, Dylan.
Trent, no one needs to know, okay, that I'm shit at doing car checks before trips. Actually, no, I did a full check. I checked the oils, I checked everything. The car was serviced by a race team before I picked it up, so it's definitely good. The car is also just finished production. They no longer make this car. They stopped it at the end of 2018, which means that we've got 5 years from this year to race it at Bathurst 6 hour or get it registered for it. It's currently 3C, which is road rally, which means it's pretty much just paperwork until it's 3E. For me, the biggest reason behind it was obviously it's a modern chassis. It delivers power to the all-wheel drive system like no other car I've ever felt before, and 350 horsepower from factory. So we can go in straight away and do some good times. We've heard good times so far from a friend of Skid Control, Adam McLeod. He's been to a lot of our events, and he can steer. He's got a Focus RS completely standard, and he does half a second slower than Evil 86 around QR Sprint.
That's on AO50 tyres.
And we were on AO50 tyres.
That's on standard Michelin
and he's on standard Michelin Cup 2 tyres, and he's half a second slower than the race car. So we know that with decent tyres, as is, this car will be as fast as Evo 86, if not faster. I've already hooked up Josh Coote at MCA. He's getting the car in a couple of weeks, and he's going to make up the first set of coilovers for the car because he hasn't done the Focus RS yet. And yeah, we'll drop it off to him. He'll get measurements done, and then he'll make up some coilovers, and we'll have time. Yeah, and then everyone can get some coilovers, some decent coilovers on their Focus RS. And we're gonna test the car out with the standard suspension first around the track, and then we'll put the coilovers on and see how much of a difference it makes. And then we'll start doing tires, see how much of a difference it makes. First port of call though, new brake discs. You could physically see on the disc that there was like these waves in it. 4th of July, that'll be the first time we're taking it out at Time Attack Queensland Raceway. See what it's like. I think that's a good place to start, Queensland Raceway. Yep. Get an idea of what it's capable of, and then we'll get to Lakeside.
Track to be consistent with times.
Yep. And we've got a time to compare it with Adam McLeod. If ever you're doing long trips, change drivers every 2 hours, or at least take a 15-minute break every 2 hours. It really reduces your fatigue, and today is the day where we really need to look at reducing our fatigue, because we've got, well, I know I've got at least 12 hours to go.
Quick pit stop. Now we've got Dylan behind the wheel, and he's getting a nice little taste of these roads that are fantastic. Jump Mr. Shuffles himself.
I don't shuffle. I just position my hands at 9 and 3 all the time.
Even halfway through a corner, you think one hand.
Oh, if it's a double apex corner, why wouldn't you? Right hand to the top, bring it back down, 9 and 3 again. Perfect.
Bloody drifters, I tell you. That's all man-made.
Yeah, see, I looked at that, I was like, that does not look natural at all.
That's all man-made. So there's a big crater right next to that. That's probably just as deep as that is tall. If not deeper. The hill over there, you can see all the surveying trails where they're surveying for more coal. Which look like really mad, super special rally stages.
Yes. We are in a Focus RS.
Yeah, dude.
We should go explore the mines for them.
I don't think we've had the security clearance, but we can try.
Oh, there's a mine truck coming down the hill there.
Yeah.
You know that when you get your mine truck license, you have to learn to drift it. If the roads are wet, the best way for those things to come down the hill is to fishtail.
Yeah, right.
It's the safest way, because if they go straight, they hit the brakes and locks up, and just carries on going straight. So you put it in a slide. It's got sideways. It's got lateral. Someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you can actually
tell us we're wrong.
Yeah, tell us we're wrong. But yeah, you can actually see. You have to learn to slide that car, those big dump trucks, from side to side, all the way down the hill. When it's wet, it's crazy. I wonder if we could actually hook that up. Go slide a big mine truck. That'd be amazing.
If anyone out there knows anyone, let us know.
Let us know if you have any contacts so that we can go and give that a crack. Skip control in the mines.
Does your insurance cover it? I don't think the truck's cheap.
Some Mustangs out for a Sunday drive. That was the other option.
Oh yeah.
We were looking at potentially getting a Mustang. Problem with the Mustang is we both don't like the way it drives at all.
The suspension.
The front is just horrible, like as in, hey? Yeah, but the front has got no fuel when you slide.
True.
Yeah. I think it can be fixed by suspension, but 543 k's to Brisbane. Yep. New England Highway, we've just come out of Tamworth. We're on our way up the Moonby Range. We're going over to Armidale, and then through Armidale we'll swap over just after Armidale, and then we've got some more mountain road driving where we're going to put the cameras on the outside of the car, on the exhaust, facing the driver's seat, so that you can see us having a bit of fun on the mountain roads. Yeah. In New South Wales, they've got what they call mobile speed cameras. Now, that doesn't mean one of those ones that are just randomly set up on the side of the road. No, a speed camera that's driving.
We'll make it, dude.
No, we'll make it. We're good. Here's our camera now, anyway. Mobile speed camera. Look at that. Don't like that idea at all, though. I think if they were travelling at maybe like 95 k's an hour, that'd be acceptable.
Yeah.
Because it actually gives you space to overtake it. Yeah. Travelling at 99 k's an hour, that's just bullshit. Yeah. 100 k's an hour.
So that's what I overtook him at, 101.
Yep.
Which is, on GPS, about 99.
Yeah.
Calculated it out to be.
Yeah, so our GPS speed, we're definitely below the speed limit. So we're in Armidale, and when I used to work for another company, we used to run driver training out here, and it's because they got one of the biggest skid pans in, well, biggest skid pan I've ever seen, to be honest. We can hear a car out there at the moment, so we might take a drive down and see what's going on. The gate's open, so can you hear that? Something V8. They've got a couple of cars and stuff over there, and we should be able to park the side of the skid pan, so we can check it out. I reckon it's drift practice, eh? Park the car on the side, yeah, I reckon we'll take a walk. So we can show you guys the skid pan, because the skid pan is freaking nuts out here. How good is this, dude? It's huge. It is freaking massive. And then they've got those fire extinguishers like literally all over the place. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. We wanted to run ice driving out here because this whole place freezes over. Alright, well that's Armidale's skid pan, bro. Come here. Let's keep heading back to Brisbane. Dude, this place is so nice. Maybe one day we'll bring that thing over to Armidale skid pan and give it a rip around. Good job, mate.
brakes are hot too.
Yeah, it smells.
Oh look,
Still
she's good as
recording.
gold, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just took a knock on the pad. The camera got a little knock on the corner, but it's still recording. Hey guy! Ooh, your brakes are smoking. You always get tired. Almost.
You don't want to be full brake on that bump. Yeah, this is definitely a full road.
So one of these left-handers looks like they'll turn back, but
Yeah.
right, left, very blurry.
Probably pick it up on the map.
No,
Right?
no, because there's 3 or 4 of them very similar. It's like the second last one. This isn't the one I was talking about though.
You can actually feel the tower moving around. Yeah, that power generator feels a lot better.
This car's tight.
Yeah, this will be a good test of the power generator.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah, much better.
More neutral.
Much better. I think we might use drift mode when we're on the track.
Tend to agree with you there, buddy.
Hey?
Tend to agree with you there.
Is that ready to be a navigator yet, bro?
Nah.
That was interesting.
What's that?
Lift off and it pulls to the left.
Squirming on you.
But it was like weird, like it wasn't under power or anything, it was just maybe the road. Brakes are open.
Ruining them again.
Hey?
After I almost fixed them.
Well, this is a good test of the brakes.
That's right. Hopefully that's not just an inherent thing with like flexible hubs or something like that. It's gonna keep happening, you know?
Yeah. Did it again. You know what it's doing? I think it's sending power to one wheel more than the other. Because it literally just did that again.
What, trying to screw it up?
Because I remember them saying something about power delivery and how it sends it to the rear, but it can also send it more to one wheel than the other. And I think that's what it's doing. I genuinely
Make it
think,
drift.
yeah, because it's on that wheel which is pushing me out that way. So that would make sense.
So the inside wheel gets more drive.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull the brakes down a little bit. It's just that vibration is getting hectic, and it did feel like the brakes were getting a little bit longer in the tooth.
That's it.
Good call, man. Good road.
That's it. Sign off.
Cheers, bro. That's the fun road, all done. The car's brakes, definitely new discs.
Yep. Oh.
It was getting pretty rough. A little bit of fade towards the end, but not much, just a little bit. To be honest, I was really testing the brakes out though.
Give a bit of a hard time.
Giving them a hard time, testing them out. Car handles really well, some interesting handling characteristics out of corners, but we think we know what it is, and I'm going to test it out on the racetrack, knowing now what I know about the way the power delivers on drift mode. Either work around it or just not use drift mode. So now we're making our way over to Grafton, then over Ballina.
Yeah.
How are we looking for time?
It's 2:30 now, so if we went straight through, we'd be back in Brisbane by 6.
Yeah, cool. Put it back into granny mode. And we'll see you at the next stop. everybody. The sun's disappeared again, and it's just before 5 o'clock. We are an hour and a half away from Trent's place, where I'm dropping him off, and then it's an hour up to my place after that, and then that's the road trip done. A lot of fun, a lot of shit. Drove some awesome roads. Did we make the right decision?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. This is above and beyond what you'd expect, or what we expected, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. The way it handled that rough road was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
like there were a couple of puddles that I hit pretty hard, and you would have seen the camera come off, but the car just soaked it up. And the car's ride height's quite low as well, so that was pretty surprising.
Except for the brakes.
The brakes aren't happy. Yeah, we'll change the discs on that. That'll be the next thing I do anyway before taking it to the track on the 4th of July. So yeah, we're gonna head back to Trent's place now, drop him off. I'm gonna head home and wrap up our 3-day epic trip with 2 aeroplanes, or actually 3 aeroplanes because you took one as well. 1 ferry ride and over 2,000 k's of road. It's been fun. It's been easy because we were handed such a freaking awesome car. 9.6 liters per 100 k's fuel.
Driving in there.
And that was a lot of motorway, a lot of fairly chill driving.
Well, right
but I'd
now-
say about 30% of it was spirited.
So at the moment, right now, we're pretty chilled on the motorway. We're sitting at 8.9.
Yeah, so motorway driving is about 8.9 average, and that's it. Really, that's the Focus RS. That is our new race car.
Yep.
That is our new race car. Not we're testing nothing. That is our new race car, and
We're still in it. We'll look past it. We're still in it.
don't get technical, man. This isn't a freaking education.
So
show.
just now we're in the car.
No, now.
Now.
Yeah. We'll do the Lakeside 300 in this with standard power. In the next video, you're going to see, I'm going to take it to the skid pad. Then we're going to take it to a track day. We're going to do the brake discs on the car. And coming up next month, we've got a Motorcana grip attack with Grip Runner on the 20th of July. If you have not booked in for that, do so. It is going to be a crazy event.
I'll have my S15.
He'll have his S15. I'll be driving this car. He's got
Anthony,
brakes.
bring the freaking Evo.
Yeah, Anthony, you heard that? You've got brakes, so there's no excuse anymore.
It was the fastest car at the Motorcana. You need to bring it and send it.
No, Evo 86 was.
It's 1/10 of
It
the
was-
Evo 86 on string tyres, dude.
And everybody else, join us. There's going to be a mad event. We're not running the event, which is great. It's all up to Macca. Good luck, mate.
Yeah.
We're just going to drive, and yeah, we'd love to see all you guys there to come and experience it with us.
Come say good day, come have a sledge, come check
Come
the
say
car
goodbye.
out.
Hey, is this a tunnel?
Here's the tunnel.
Mate. We'll end this off with a good tunnel run. All right, signing off from the Focus RS and the epic 3-day trip. Here's a tunnel run for you. Sounds good, man. Sounds so good. And before I send you away, make sure you check out our website at www.skidcontrol.com.au, facebook.com/skidcontrol, and check out our Instagram, Instagram/skid_control. Until next time, we'll see you at the track in the
Peace out.
Focus RS.
Peace out, guys.
See ya.